But like, there's a lot of just random shows that I love that I have on VHS that were just just made really quick.
Yeah.
Like they're just there are story fillers in between old seasons, and that's what I miss too. Like I miss how anime shows they used to just have these quick shows. I mean, now they still do. God, I can't think of their names right now, but they do have like those short 4 minute episode animes
Hmm.
and like those short 5 minute episode shows and like the Yamishi Bai. That's like I think they're like 11-minute episodes each. They're just like little horror stories,
That's cool.
and like those are time fillers that were in between major animes because in Japan, they're on time. Like if it's like 6:23, it's time for their show.
That's so
Like
cool.
they don't they
Yeah.
they don't end it on 30s. They don't have all these commercials. If it's on, it's like right after the other. You know how each episode is like 23 minutes long.
Yeah.
We can take those 23 minutes and we can stretch it out to like a 40-minute time frame with all of our ads and stuff. The
Hmm.
Japanese, they do that in between uh the middle of the episode. They'll have like a break. It's usually whenever you watch a show. I don't know if you noticed, but like they'll be talking and then it will go to like a picture
Yeah.
and it will show like a sword clash,
Yeah.
and then it'll show the sword clash at a different angle and then it'll show back to the anime.
Yeah. It's
That's when you know you're in the beginning of or that you have watched half the show.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of that. I think Naruto had it a lot. It would be like a fan. It's cool because they do a lot of stuff like that for a lot of animes.
Yeah,
So
those are the
Naruto,
commercial breakers.
that's really cool. I love that they do that stuff because like in Naruto, it'd be like a cool art style from the manga. So I'm assuming it's the creator who drew this. So it would even have nothing to do how the character looks in the anime, but it'd be something very artistically looking, and it would break it off, and then it would come back with a different art style. And then that was, I only mentioned Naruto again because I've read Naruto, and when they would do it in the anime, I'm like, oh holy shit, I've seen this while I was reading it. So yeah, I've noticed a lot of cool things. I like that and I respect that. It's really cool because it's like you said, it shows that you are in the middle and it gives it a break.
Yeah, and like those are perfect times to either pause the show or you can like rewind it to those little breakers. So that way you can, take a break, go to the bathroom, pause it, grab a snack, do whatever it is that you need to do. So I love that they still do that in a lot of the main shows now.
Yeah.
And but what I hate though is when you're watching it on TV, it's like they'll cut halfway, like 3 minutes in to do a commercial, and then it feels like you missed a chunk of time because the way that they splice it in to continue feels like you missed out. So that's what I really like about the Japanese shows is that they'll literally have that break. So that way it stops the animation
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel like, you have that little time gap in between.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
like another show that I'd recommend that not a lot of people have watched, but a lot of people have probably seen pictures of is that Habane Renmi or Renmai.
Okay. I'm
It's
sorry.
a
I'm gonna go
it's an
Google
angel
it.
it's an angel show.
How do you spell that? I am gonna go look at that right now.
Yeah. So a lot of people have seen the pictures of those little angel wing people with the little halos, just the normal towns.
I no, I want to say I
You haven't seen
have,
that
but
before?
I don't think I have. Yeah, no, I
It's
haven't.
it's pretty much the same creators of the Serial Experience Lane,
Okay.
and like its art style is very ordinary.
Yeah, I could see that. That's a good way to put it.
Like yeah, like it's not detailed. It's not too much in depth. It's very average.
It
Like
is average. That's
all the clothing is average. It legit looks like normal casual clothing. Uh, all the people are wearing handy downs. I mean, it is kind of racist because in a way, all these people are reborn. So like, either they've died from something traumatic and they were reborn as these what they call habanes, and they all start off as an egg and then they hatch and they're these angels. They're these little they have little tiny wings, and when they find their purpose in life, they're able to ascend. And it becomes a dramatic thing when they ascend because you know people get attached to these characters and then all of a sudden they die off.
Right.
And
Huh.
it's not like they die off again, like they die off. It's like they die off again because you see how they died before in their previous life, and then they get sent over to this other world, and they're suddenly like a low class people.
Huh.
They legit can't be paid with money. They must be paid by handy downs or leftovers. They can't wear any new clothing. They only have to wear clothing that has been previously used. So it's like they only have shops to go to that are like Goodwill. And
Shit.
if they work at a bakery, then they can only be paid with day old bread and leftovers and stuff. So it's like they're not really accepted in society, but they kind of are.
Huh.
But like there's that like hidden segregation basically.
Yeah.
But like it just shows that like some people can be reincarnated even if the worst thing has happened to them. Like some people you find out in the show that they've committed suicide and then they woke up in this world, and then if they want to go to like heaven or if they want to move on, then they kind of find their purpose in life, and then they just disappear. Like it's like an epiphany. It's like
Yeah.
you overcome what you feared, and then you kind of just like disappear in a very elegant way. But all these characters, they love each other and they're all trying to help each other out. They're not trying to help each other find their purpose. It's like they're just caring for each other, going through the same struggle, and then when they disappear, you're just like, oh shit. It's like, oh, like my heart,
Yeah.
like why did she have to go, or why did he have to go? The story was just going so good and they fucking just disappeared, and that's my favorite character, or so on and so forth. And you're like, god damn, this show is too brutal.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
insane.
and it's
Th-
so like realistic in
yeah.
the sense that like you can see yourself in these people and you see how they get treated, and you're like, damn, people treat me like this too. Other people treat me like this. I definitely treat my friends like this, like the good aspects. And then just to see like one of your best friends just disappear from like in front of your face or something,
Hmm.
just how heartbreaking that could be. So it's like a short anime series, but like it makes you feel everything.